Hi guys, welcome back to another faith related video. I'm literally doing this in the car with my friend Melissa. She's driving because we're on our way to Not Scary Far. I'm not gonna post that vlog until Halloween, so you're gonna have to check it out on Halloween. If you don't know who I am Stephanie Elvira, and if you haven't already, like this video and click subscribe if you like my faith related videos. Yes, I'm doing it in a car on the way over here because this whole week has been crazy busy, so I'm gonna be doing this in a car. If you have not seen the title already, you're just confused by the title, that's completely fine. I'm gonna talk about how the end is a new beginning. And so a lot of you guys are probably like, I don't understand that, because to you guys, some people may think the end is just the end and that's it. And I'm here to tell you it's not. The end is always a new beginning, especially if it's like ending of a relationship, if it's ending of a friendship, if you literally got fired from your job, if you honestly just couldn't go to school anymore because financial aid wasn't covering you and you're just like, man, this sucks, like this is the end of me getting into my career, this is the end of like this relationship, man, I thought this was gonna go far, like what's going on? And when God does that, it's not like he's like punishing us or anything like that. He's actually leading you to a new path. He's not trying to take that away so he can give you something better. And sometimes when we go through those situations, we think, oh, no one can be better than this person, this friendship, this job, this everything. But honestly, like, God always provides. He always has for me. My own story is like, when I worked at my old job for like 5 years, and I worked at an after school program, and I worked with little kids. That's actually how me and Melissa met. And I loved my job, but I didn't like certain things that were going on at my job, and it's nothing to do with the kids. It has nothing to do with the kids, other things. And so it was crazy because I kept wanting to quit the job, and God was like, nah, like it's not happening. And then I went for a job interview, the job I have now, which I'm a teacher assistant at a preschool, and I love it, a Christian preschool. And honestly, like, God blessed me with that, because when I went to the job interview, I got the job right away. And I know that was God's blessing. And maybe for you, God was like, hey, like, I really wanted you to quit this job, but you were refusing to. And because you didn't obey me, I literally got you fired from this job so I can give you a new opportunity. And maybe the opportunity is not going to come right now, but it always comes in God's timing, not our own. And I think that's when we have to be patient and we have to wait. I just ended like a friendship with one of my best friends, and it was like really tough for me, I'm not gonna lie, but God was showing me a lot of signs that I had to let this person go. And that doesn't mean like you have to be hateful and spiteful and like mean to them or anything like that, but it was like an ending. When I ended that friendship, honestly, like it felt like a new beginning, because honestly, like, I have like mentors now, I have a bunch of godly like friendships. The reason why I ended that friendship was because it wasn't godly centered, and I really needed that, and I noticed that my faith went up. So it's like sometimes you're gonna see the results like that, and sometimes you're not. And I'm just letting you know that there's still hope for you. Like, if you lost a relationship, like, and I know it sucks and it hurts and it's sad, but God's gonna bless you with something better, or even like more friends or more people, you know, that love you and care about you. If you're ending a relationship, maybe that's because it wasn't like the right timing, or that wasn't the one. God has created someone special for each and every single one of us. And some people are there for a season, some people are there for like a lifetime, some people are just there just to teach us something, or for us to learn and grow. So we shouldn't just like be like, oh man, this sucks, like my life's ending because I don't have this person in my life. Your life shouldn't be dependent on a person, though. It should be dependent on God. So I think that's when you got to check yourself, because if you're putting your all into a person, then you're losing your own self-worth and your self-value, because you're putting your worth and your value in a person, not God. And like, you shouldn't depend on a person to feel happy. You shouldn't depend on a person. I'm not saying you can't have happy moments, you can't have any of that, but I'm saying like you shouldn't depend on somebody solely to bring you joy, and stuff, because that's what God does. God brings you joy. He's like one that brings us joy, he brings us peace. He like loves us more than anything, anyone. And so like if you're putting like all your love and your heart into a person, and you lose that person, you're gonna feel like you lost like everything for yourself, and that's not really like the truth, because you have God. And if you have God in your life, then those areas should be fulfilled, you know. And I'm not saying it's not gonna hurt. I'm not saying like, oh man, like you didn't love them or anything like that. I'm not saying it's not. But what I'm saying is that you have to put your worth into him. And like the end of a relationship can be a beginning of you like learning and growing, and as a person, to learn and live by yourself, to have God stretch your faith, to stretch you in your walk of singleness. Being single is not a bad thing. I recently am single, and like honestly, like I feel like my time and effort now is just all going into God, and I'm working on that relationship, because I feel like I've been like neglecting him. Not gonna lie, I feel like I've been neglecting him and not putting my all into him. And I was realizing, the Holy Spirit revealed to me at worship conference that I was not putting my worth in God, and I wasn't feeling worthy within myself. I wasn't loving myself. And that's something that like when you're in a relationship, you can, I'm not saying you can't fix those things, but it makes it harder because you're putting that time into a relationship. That's another thing you're putting your time into. But when you're putting all your time into yourself and God, and asking God to reveal and heal and work on those things, it'll focus on you. Because if you're busy focusing on another person, that takes time away from you, and then you can't heal and you can't grow. So that's why, like, if you just got out of a relationship, whether it was like a friendship or dating or boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever, just know that you know it does get better, and there's like a reason for every season. I think that's something that everyone needs to know too. And yeah, that there's love in the end, like in the ending there's a new beginning. There's something that's like getting reborn. There's something that's happening. So like, even if you're feeling like, man, this is like never, like this sucks, like that this ended and this was unexpected, and honestly though, but like beginnings are unexpected to new beginnings. Like, because honestly, I hear so many stories about people meeting like their best friend or the love of their life when they always say it was unexpected. I didn't know I was gonna meet them, or like I didn't know I was gonna get this job. Like this job I currently have, I had no idea I was gonna get this job. Literally just happened. My friend told me to apply. I applied and I got this job. Like, honestly, it was all unexpected, but it's all part of God's plan, and God has a plan for each and every one of us. God is the writer to our story, and he wrote a story for each and every one of us, but he also gave us the pen for us to write down, like to write what we do in the story too. So you can choose to be like, oh, this is the end, oh my gosh, like I'm so sad, I'm this and that and that. And like, yeah, that's fine if you're like feeling sad, but also know that there's a new beginning. But if you're like, oh, there's no hope for me, there's no that, no, there is hope. In God there is always hope, there is always peace, there is always joy, there's always all those things. So yeah, this is kind of like a short faith related video, but I feel like I got my message across, and this is what I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day, a blessed night, and yeah, and hopefully you catch me and Melissa getting our butts scared off of a not scary farm. Yeah, if you don't celebrate Halloween, that is completely fine. I'm still gonna be doing faith related videos, so yeah, but just letting you know, there's gonna be like me painting pumpkins and like all this other stuff. So if you want to see that, that is coming up later. But yeah, alrighties, well, have a good night and bye.